Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I did a Chucky inspired look for you guys, so I hope you all enjoy. So first I'm starting off with the NYX Fire palette, and I already have my foundation on and everything just to save time, and I'm putting that red shade all over my lid on the top and the bottom. Then I'm going to be taking this dark maroon shade and defining my crease and my eye bag on the bottom of my eye. Then I'm just taking a clean blending brush and I'm blending out all of the harsh edges, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a dark black eye and he's not perfect. So next I'm taking the dark maroon shade and defining it even more. Next, I'm going to be taking this green black shade and I'm going to be putting it in the spots where I really want it to look like it's very hollow and very deep. Next, I'm taking this contour palette. I didn't want a contour palette that's very pigmented because I wanted to build up my contour. And I'm just going to start by shaping out my nose how he has it. It's very short and very round, so I wanted a more full looking nose. And there I am singing, I'm sorry. As I was contouring out my nose, I wanted to scrunch up my nose because he has a very scrunched up nose whenever he talks. So I feel like when I was scrunching up my nose, I could have a better visual of where his nose would be scrunched up at. So now I'm taking the same contouring shade and I am hollowing out my eyes, and I'm just going to follow the shape of my natural eye bags just because it'll look more flattering. I'm taking that same greenish blackish shade from the NYX palette and I am going over my eye bags to define it even more. Next, I'm going to be taking that contour shade and shaping out my lips just to give it more of a shadow, and I'm also going to be doing that to my Cupid's bow. I'm taking the banana shade from the Kat Von D palette to highlight the high points of my nose and of my lips. Now I'm taking the lightest shade in the Kat Von D contour palette and I am going over my eye because he has a very bright eye that isn't red. Now it's time for the brows. You can take any brow pencil, but this is the one that I found which was more auburnish, that matches his hair color more. I'm just taking it and making very, very messy and fluffy brows. He has the bushiest eyebrows ever. I'm jealous, but they're very messy and not neat whatsoever, so you don't have to be very precise with this. Now I'm taking chapstick. You can use Vaseline or anything you have to protect your hair, but I didn't have any Vaseline, so I'm just putting that on my right eyebrow to protect it from the liquid latex we're using later. I'm taking my NYX Wonder Pencil and I'm shaping and mapping out where I want all of the scars to be to give myself like a better visual so I don't have to like guess where to put the liquid latex. I'm not making the scars look exactly like Chucky's because he's got too many and that would just take up so much time. So I'm kind of making my own scars. Scars aren't perfect, so you can do it however you want. And I'm really focusing it onto the right side of my face. So I cut up these cotton flats instead of cotton balls because I find that they were easier to work with than stretching out some cotton balls. So now I'm taking a Q-tip with liquid latex on it and I am going on either side of the pencil mark that we made because the pencil mark will be the actual place where we put the red and the black for the actual scarring. So I would recommend doing one scar at a time because liquid latex tends to dry pretty fast. So I had to go back in a couple of times and reapply some liquid latex. Now I'm placing down the cotton pad and putting liquid latex on my finger to flatten it out and saturate the cotton with the liquid latex. And it didn't stick like I said because I waited too long, so I just moved on to other scars and went back to it later. So you want to make sure whatever you're using to smooth out your cotton is saturated in liquid latex because it's very easy to smooth out. I switch back and forth between my finger, a cotton swab, and a plastic spatula that I have. So after all of the scars are done, it should look like this. And now I'm putting on foundation. It doesn't have to match your skin completely. I'm using the Tarte Stick Foundation, and I'm just putting that all over the cotton. The scarring on my forehead and my mouth isn't dry yet, so I'm just doing those two you see right now, and I'm setting it all with powder to make everything stay. Now I'm taking a paint that I got from Spirit Halloween, and I'm taking the dark red shade and putting it right in between of the two cotton things that I used, whatever you want to call them, to really deepen it. And we'll go back in with some black to define it even more and make it look more deep. Next, I'm taking a disposable makeup sponge and ripping it apart and dipping it into the red shade and putting it all over the cotton because I wanted to make it look like it's very irritated. Next, I'm going to be moving on to lips. I'm taking the Anastasia lip palette and finding a shade that really matches the skin tone of myself and putting that all over the lips. Next, I'm taking the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and really contouring out my cheekbones and making them very round. I don't want to cut them, I just want to make them super round like a doll. So dolls have crazy smile lines, so I wanted to contour out those to make myself look more doll-like. I'm adding that contour shade on top of my brows to make it look like I'm very angry without being actually angry. So even though Chucky's so mean, he still has those adorable freckles. So I took the Catrice like brow pen and added some freckles, and they don't have to be perfect. Freckles aren't perfect, so it's okay if they're not. Now I'm taking some blush because he is a doll, and dolls have very rosy treats. Oh my god, I'm ready for Halloween. Cheeks. I'm just gonna add mascara to deepen up the eye. So here was the hardest part, and that is getting the staples to stay. I had a pretty hard time, so I took some liquid latex and saturated the ends of the staples with it, and they all stayed, which was really, really nice. But be careful because don't cut yourself and don't make them too deep. So this is what the finished look looks like with all the staples on there, and I'm just doing some finishing touches to make everything look very, very good. So this is my favorite part because blood is the last step of any makeup look, and it's so fun because you can really do anything with blood. So I'm taking the blood into all of my wounds and deepening them up and making it look like they're all bloody. Okay, guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed it so much, and I will see you guys in my next Halloween tutorial.